Hello everybody and welcome to the crypto session brief. We're on Thursday the 20th of April 2023, approaching midday here in Europe. Let's take a look at some of these crypto markets. We've seen some pretty sizable moves, it must be said, over the past 24 hours. BTC declining yesterday quite substantially, moving below that 30k level. But the most important one for me, and if you've been tuning in with these briefs, has been that 29,230. That's the multi-year horizontal level, more technical level than the more psychological, let's say 30,000 handle, which gets discussed in the media. Why have we seen these bigger moves? Well, markets mood soured yesterday morning, and that was European market, European morning, sorry, and that was because we had a pretty sobering, grim, not pretty, whatever adjective you wish to use to describe the UK's inflation report. Basically sticking above that 10% area. So that hot UK CPI report in the European session made the market a lot more vulnerable, and may have been a piece of macroeconomic data, the release that pushed quite a large sell order on Binance. So this large sell order came through on BTC, and that just triggered overall a risk off appetite across cryptos yesterday. So Ethereum was actually had fallen around 7% by the end of the day. We have seen a bit of a pause and some stabilization so far today. So let's take a look at markets then today. Litecoin was probably the worst hit. Came off that 1 or 2 handle, and we talked about this level, hadn't we? I mean, we were approaching this rather significant resistance level. Did we have enough momentum to get through? No was the answer. And once we took out that the most recent higher low, remember we'd continued putting them in on the H4 time frame. And I suggest if we take out one of those, especially 95, then we could be in for some pain. And basically the entire week of gains just got wiped out within 24 hours, and we've seen that happen with BTC, with cryptos, time and time again. Ripple also moving lower, usually uncorrelated, but felt the force of downside pressure itself yesterday too. Meanwhile, Ethereum coming off that consolidated region between that sort of 2150 and 2100 area, bit of a range that had been in this week, coming off that and almost fading now the entire breakout gains. When I talk about breakout gains, that was resultant of the Shanghai upgrade. There was a bit of risk on appetite post of that for Ethereum. Price shot higher, but now we're basically trading where we were before the upgrade was announced and made. So completely faded that. And I did suggest, I got it wrong because I was suggesting at 2,000 we might see the move down, but we actually ended up going up to 2,100. So it was another 5% higher from there. But I really wasn't feeling that as a reason for Ethereum, really taking on some new direction to the upside. Obviously, we've got the technical breakout, great, but is it just a bit of the market looking for a reason to break? And we've seen that fade now on the back of some negative sentiment, like I mentioned, UK inflation print going higher. And then the huge sell order on BTC on Binance pushing markets lower in general. So remember, lower liquidity means that when you do get that big sell order, it's much easier to move a market, and then you obviously get a reaction to that, and people jump on board with it, and not fear or panic by any means yesterday. We've seen bigger moves than that, but overall you get that sort of risk on flavor across markets. So that's current states of play. Ethereum, you can see we've just come into that ascending trend line. We're just below there, in fact, but that's probably the key sort of level, key area to be watching today. 2,000 overhead, more psychological, we know that. We did smash through there last time, to be fair, so I'd be watching to see if we can hold here around this trend line. If we can, then okay, we can retest 2,000. If not, then I reckon that 1855 or 1850 level is a pretty good one to be watching for some support to the downside from here. Just double checking across my desk here if there's anything else I wanted to bring to your attention today. I don't think so, to be honest. We'll keep our eye on the economic calendar. I'm just double checking here what we've got coming out of the US this afternoon. We've got existing home sales, not really a market mover. We've got ECB President Lagarde speaking again don't really suggest it's going to be anything crypto related, to be honest, or something that could move crypto markets. But as we saw yesterday, even the UK CPI was the sign of that investor sentiment turning bearish on risk. So that can we do need to be aware of our economic calendar, and if there's anything that could be potentially market moving, because it still does impact cryptos as seen yesterday. I'll wrap things up there for today. I'll see you all inside the chat room. Thanks for listening, and all the best of your trading. Bye for now.